Hello children, here we are with the final day of our writing, our comparison of two characters, Amelia Fang and Isadora Moon. So the I Can today is I can edit and publish a comparison of two characters. Just a very quick recap and re-establish what we're doing, comparing our characters, hoping to share them on our newsletter, and we are looking to understand how characters can have similarities and differences. And here we are with our writing journey. We're on the final part where we are going to publish our final version. Steps to success. I can compare two characters. We know that's about finding the similarities. I can contrast two characters. That's about finding out the differences. I can use the technical language of comparing and contrasting. Then we move on to I can edit and improve my writing. I can publish my final piece. So just a very quick recap about what we've done. You've now got your role on the wall completed for both of the characters. You should have, from yesterday, finished your Venn diagrams looking at what's the same and what's different. You'll notice here that it's difficult really to see many differences between their appearance. The similarities from looking at the pictures, they've got their stripy tights, their wings, their fangs, their hair is different by looking at them. We know that Amelia Fang has got delicate hands. We don't know anything about, the author doesn't describe Isadora Moon's hands. We might assume that they're also fairly delicate, she is a child, but we don't know, so we might be able to add that in with our writing. And their personality. I've said there's a similarity in terms of them both loving their pets. One has a pumpkin, the other has a pink rabbit. The differences are one plays outside, one plays with her tea set. Amelia Fang is annoyed about the barbaric ball, whereas Isadora Moon's attitude to what she has to do with school is that she's worried. So she's worried rather than being particularly annoyed here. So she's worried rather than being annoyed. Amelia Fang, she moans and complains about having to go to the ball. She's a bit more disobedient, a bit less willing to do what her parents want, whereas Isadora, I think, is more willing to think about school and probably going to give it a go. That's the impression I get. That's what I infer from her. You hopefully will have had chance yesterday to start drafting your comparison and contrast. So again, let me just look at this modelled example I've got here. So the main characters in both of the books are little girls. Amelia lives at home with her family, and similarly Isadora shares a house with her parents and her little sister. So first we're saying what's the same, and then we say what's different. Amelia's mum and dad are vampires. In contrast, Isadora's dad is a vampire, but her mum is a fairy. So we say what's the same, and then we say what's different. And you've got the vocabulary again there for you to use. So, hopefully you finished writing. If you haven't finished writing and there are more points you want to make, carry on with that. And then it's really about the editing and improving and publishing. Editing and improving. Now this is something that you do need to do, and it does take time. It's about rereading your work several times, making sure what's on the page is what you think is on the page, and improving it if you can with vocabulary, checking your punctuation, capital letters, full stops, making sure you've got a range of different writing styles in there, conjunctions, subordinate and coordinating conjunctions, and then hopefully you'll have the opportunity to publish your final piece. Write up your final piece with all the edits, with all the improvements, and publish that final piece of work. And you might like to draw the characters as well. Please do send in your completed work by email to year3@brindleyacademy.com, where Mrs. Norris, Mrs. Taylor and myself would really love to see how you've got on with this piece of work. You are actually guinea pigs with this, and if it's successful and you do some good pieces of writing, we might look to use it again with the new children coming up in September. So, okay, good luck, and I look forward to reading some of your work.